Hi there, my name is Aria Pampa and I'm going to show you how to set up your own content production team. Here's what the course is going to cover. Why set up your own production team? How to hire the right people, putting your content online, and then what success looks like. I've created a list of resources that would help you in hiring the right team and creating your course. So go ahead to the resources section to check that out. First of all, let's talk about why you would want to set up a content production team as opposed to developing everything yourself. Now, you could develop everything yourself. Many entrepreneurs do. You wear all the different hats, from the person who researches the content, or if you already know the knowledge, then it'll come from you, to the person who then writes that content out, then creates the voiceover for that content, then puts on the video on it if you don't want to just create a talking head video like this one, and then organizes all the video content and quizzes if you have those in a bite-sized format that will make it easy for learners to follow. Then there's the aspect of uploading that content to a content authoring website, so where you would actually share your content with the world. Then managing things like payments, questions, and complaints from customers. Now, you could do all of these on your own, but there are many benefits you can get from doing this with a team or employing different people in a team to help you build this. First of all, you get efficiency because people are actually focusing on the parts that they are strongest in and they can get things out a lot quicker. Two is speed, as I just mentioned. Because you have multiple people working on content at the same time, it makes it quicker to get the content out. Three, you may have limited expertise in a particular area and you need somebody to plug that gap for you. Four, working with a team helps you build confidence. It helps you know that you can focus on the areas that you're strongest in whilst you plug in the gap with people who are strongest in the areas where you are weak in. A fundamental question to have at the back of your mind is, why am I creating online content? Am I trying to just share my knowledge with the world? Am I trying to upskill other employees? Am I looking to make a second or additional source of income from the knowledge I already have? Or it might be to inspire other people with the content and information that I already have. It's good to have an idea for your reasoning in creating a course. That way you'll know when you've hit success. Now let's talk about the people you could have on your team. First, you'd have the content writer. The content writer is the person who researches the topic for the video and then also actually goes ahead and writes out a script or an initial article condensing all that information together. Another piece of work that the content writer might help you create is actually creating activity sheets or quizzes to test the knowledge of the learners as they're going through your course. Next, you have the video script editor. Sometimes it can be the same person as the content writer, but basically what this person does is that the person takes the research content and turns it into a script that's meant to be spoken as opposed to something that's meant to be read. People tend to talk more informally when speaking than when writing. This person would also create a document that would be useful for the video editor, which will contain words that need to be highlighted in the video, as well as some direction on imagery and visuals. Next, you have the voiceover artist. This is somebody who's going to read the script that was created by the video script writer and then produce a professional sounding voiceover that is not only clear, but also engages the learner as they watch your video. The next person you need on your team is going to be a video editor. So what this person is going to do is take the content that has already been created and make it visual. What does that mean? It means taking the audio as well as the script and then turning that into an engaging video. Now, there are two ways this could happen. If it's a video that doesn't have somebody speaking to the camera like I'm doing right now, what you would want is somebody who would be able to use stock video content, animation, and text to create the visuals that would really illustrate the point you're trying to make through the voiceover. Beyond these people already mentioned, you're going to need somebody who's going to act as the content manager. So the person is going to manage the whole team, so managing from the point of creating the content, so the content writing, all the way to the point where the video has been created. That person is going to also potentially be in charge of uploading the content to the platform where you're going to share it with the world. This person could be called a content manager. Next, we need to talk about where you're going to find these people that are going to bring life to your content. All right, there are many ways you can find people to do the job. You could create entries on job sites. You could also look at freelance websites such as Fiverr, Upwork, People Per Hour. You could also use marketplaces that are specific to that particular role that you're looking for. For example, for voiceovers, you could use sites like Bodega, Voices.com, Mandy.com, Backstage in order to find good voiceover artists to do the work for you. Social media is another great place for finding people who can do the job. You could create a post on LinkedIn.com. You could also search for people on LinkedIn.com who have the job titles that you're looking for and hire them. Beyond this, you could rely on your personal networks, either by reaching out to people directly on WhatsApp or just by calling them, or even using your personal social media profiles such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and putting out a message saying that you're looking to hire someone with the skills that you're looking for, and that people who are interested can send you a direct message or recommend someone who they think could be really good for the role. You should check the resources for this course. I've listed quite a few of the software vendors that I've used in creating courses. When hiring people, you want to make sure that you're hiring somebody who can actually do the job. So there are a few ways you can test for this. If you're using freelance websites, you can check their previous work or portfolio. If you're hiring somebody outside of that, you can tell them to send you their portfolio and set them a short task in order to be able to test their abilities. For example, when hiring for a voiceover artist, you could ask them to send you samples of voiceovers they've done in the past, or send them a short snippet and get them to read that out to you. Now, not too long a snippet, maybe about 20 seconds long or 30 words long, just to test out their voice with your contents to see if that works for you. For video editors, if you need somebody who can work with stock imagery and animations and text, you can ask them to send you their portfolios or send you examples of work they've done in the past, as well as maybe give them a very short task to create something using video. So again, nothing very long, maybe just 10-15 seconds of content so that you can just see whether they're able to create the content that you're looking to have. Similarly, for content writers and video script writers, you can ask them to send you articles or content they've created in the past and then read through them and see if you're happy with the work they've done so far. As the person hiring and putting this team together, realize that it's an iterative process. What I mean by this is that there will be a lot of testing and learning. So learning in how you work well with this team, in learning how you want the audio and visuals for your course to be created. Also in learning the best cadence to get things working. You're also going to need to review the content that's created by your employees. For example, checking that you agree with the research that has been done, that the video scriptwriter has sufficiently turned the content into something that would be spoken as opposed to being read, and that they have given good enough visual cues for the video editor. You want to check that the video editor has created the video in the way that you were imagining, or even better than you could have imagined. And then you want to make sure that the person organizing everybody is able to show you all the videos and the videos work well together. You also want to make sure that visually the videos are harmonious so that one video doesn't look completely different from the other. You also want to check that the videos that have been uploaded to the website where they're going to be shared with the world actually work as they're expected to. So they look all right, they're in the right format, the volume of the audio is at the right level, and people can go through the different courses without any issues. After you've gotten all your course content on the website, the next stage will be testing out your course end to end. What that means is getting a few friends or colleagues on board and set them up with test accounts so that they can go through the entire course and then see if they run into any issues as they do that. Once you've gone through and dealt with the issues that come up, you're ready to launch your course. Once the course is live, you may encounter other issues that customers bring up. That's fine. Either you handle it or you get the course manager, the person who helped with organizing the whole team, as well as uploading content, to help with responding to customer complaints. Now, what does success look like when you've hired your team? Basically, it's that you have people handling the different roles that need to be handled, but also that at the end of the day, you have videos being created on a regular basis. One thing that's important to mention is that as the individual who is putting this course together, you may realize that you can actually fulfill one or more of these roles. If you choose to do so, you can. Go ahead with it. If you prefer to hire someone to fill in those gaps, that's also okay. With the things you've learned in this course, let me know in the comments what you found most interesting and most enlightening. You can post links to the courses you've created as a result of watching this course. If you have any follow-up questions on the material in this course, post a comment with your question and I'd be happy to answer. It's very exciting when you have an idea go from thought to actually being live and being something that people can see and interact with. So go ahead, be confident, create that course, and realize the initial goals you set out to achieve when you started putting together this team to create this course.